Hi, welcome back NPV News Channel. Queen Elizabeth's eldest grandson, Peter Phillips, and his wife Autumn have decided to divorce, a spokesman for the couple has revealed in a statement. And after 12 years of marriage they have two daughters together, Isla and Savannah. According to friends of the couple, it was Autumn who asked for the divorce after more than a decade of marriage. As both Peter and Autumn are not senior members of the royal family, it was not necessary to formally announce their separation last year, their statement read. Like his sister Sarah, Peter does not have an HRH title after Princess Anne chose to reject titles for her children. The news prompted speculation that Autumn, who was originally from Canada, might return there with the children since she is a dual citizen. She will remain in the UK, the former couple said. Montreal native Autumn married British royal family member Peter Phillips in 2008, 5 years after they first met. When they first began dating, Autumn had no idea Peter was a royal as his mother Princess Anne chose not to give her children official titles. They had reached the conclusion that this was the best course of motion for their two youngsters and ongoing friendship. The determination to divorce and share custody happened after many months of discussions and, though unhappy, is an amicable one. The couple's first precedence will stay the continued nicely being and upbringing of their great daughters Savannah, 9, and Isla, 7. If he divorces, Mr. Phillips would be the first of the Queen's grandchildren to take action. The couple have two youngsters, Savannah, 9, and Isla, 7. Who've joined Canadian-British citizenship. Both households had been naturally unhappy on the announcement, however absolutely supportive of Peter and Autumn within the joint determination to co-parent their youngsters. Both Peter and Autumn have remained in Gloucestershire to deliver up their two youngsters the place they've been settled for a quantity of years. Peter and Autumn have requested privacy and compassion for their children while the family continues to adapt to these changes. He thought he was fortunately married and had the right household with two pretty daughters. But he is now in whole shock. Autumn is a beautiful wife and mom and a really clever girl, however she's been telling her pals for a while that there have been points. It's the last thing the Queen needs after all her recent troubles, and you get the feeling that the royal family is falling apart a little bit. The 93-year-old monarch is mentioned to be very fond of Mrs. Phillips, 41, and made an upcoming public look alongside her on the annual Highland Games gathering in Bremer, Aberdeenshire, in September. In the wake of the sad news that the pair have parted ways, we have taken a look back at the highlights of happier times. The royal wedding, attended by the royal family and held at St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle, was covered exclusively by Hello Magazine in a spectacular 100-page special. It was a case of love at first sight when Peter met Autumn at the 2003 Montreal Grand Prix. But the strawberry blonde didn't know her new love interest was royalty. It was about 6 weeks before Autumn found out that her new love was Princess Anne's son and Queen Elizabeth's grandson. 300 guests, including Queen Elizabeth and the Duke of Edinburgh, attended the nuptials at St. George's Church, with around 70 members of Autumn's family jetting in from her home country of Canada. In line with tradition, the bride and groom had spent the night before their wedding apart. Autumn slept at Windsor Castle while her future husband stayed with his uncle Prince Edward. Autumn's wedding dress, consisting of a fitted bodice made of hand-beaded lace, a silk duchesse skirt and beaded French lace shrug, was created by British designer Sassy Holford. Doing such a gown does kind of encompass all the emotions the bride feels on her day. I was excited, then terribly nervous, then full of joy. I was frightened of walking down the aisle. But when I got to the top of the stairs and saw how many of our friends and family had turned out to support us, I stopped being scared and actually enjoyed it. At the time, despite any nerves, the bride looked picture-perfect in a tiara borrowed from her new mother-in-law Princess Anne and a pearl and diamond necklace that Peter had sent to her at Windsor Castle the night before the wedding. Just like the down-to-earth bride and groom, the wedding was filled with joy and laughter. Here the British royals are seen on the steps of St. George's Chapel. Queen Elizabeth, Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, Zara Phillips' now husband Mike Tyndall, Prince Harry, Princess Beatrice and Prince Philip. Obviously I wouldn't have missed this for the world. The groom's sister Zara Phillips, Sr. with her grandmother the Queen. Prince Harry gave his grandmother Queen Elizabeth, who was as elegant as always in a brocade coat and matching dress, a kiss on the cheek. While Harry's brother Prince William did not attend the ceremony, as he was away at a friend's wedding in Kenya, Harry brought his then-girlfriend Chelsea Davy as his date and William's then-girlfriend Kate Middleton attended as well. Autumn's friends Jacqueline Aubrey and Susanna Toynbee also served as bridesmaids, wearing strapless Vera Wang. Stephanie Phillips, Peter's 11-year-old half-sister and Jessica Kelly, Autumn's half-sister, also 11, were flower girls. The ladies in the wedding party carried small bouquets that complemented the bride's cascade of white roses, spray roses, lily of the valley and stephanotis. The groom's uncle Prince Andrew was senior with his daughters, Princess Eugenie, center, and Princess Beatrice as they left the religious vows. During the ceremony Princess Eugenie read Shakespeare's Sonnet 116, conveying that love looks on tempests and is never shaken. Proud parents, Autumn's dad Brian Kelly and his wife Lynn shared a laugh with Peter's mom Princess Anne and her husband Timothy Lawrence outside the church. Both fans of a good laugh, royal cousins Harry and Zara seemed to be having a great time at the anything but stuffy royal wedding. Of course, Zara herself would be a royal bride in July 2011 when she married rugby player Mike Tyndall. Meanwhile, Harry is still unwed, although it looks like he might be the star of the next royal wedding with current love Meghan Markle. Royal weddings are the place to check out the best royal style. Princess Beatrice never fails to impress with her millinery, and her cousin's wedding was the perfect moment to show off this incredible multicolored butterfly hat by Philip Tracy. The newlyweds rode to their reception at nearby Frogmore House in a Balmoral sociable open carriage pulled by two Windsor Greys. Queen Elizabeth and the Duke of Edinburgh offered the use of Frogmore House, a 17th-century country estate once called Little Paradise by Queen Charlotte, to their grandson for his big day. After the wedding at St. George's Chapel, which had been the setting for Prince Edward and Sophie Rhys-Jones' nuptials, as well as Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles' wedding blessing, family gathered for the official portrait at Frogmore House. The whole thing was just fantastic from beginning to end, said Peter of his wonderful wedding day. I wouldn't have changed a single thing. It's just one big happy memory. Today the happily married pair are a family of 4. The couple welcomed daughter Savannah, the Queen's first great-grandchild, in 2010, and another daughter, Isla, in 2012. Thank you for watching videos. If you like our video, please subscribe our channel, and ring the bell to receive notifications of latest videos.